What's Jaimie doing now? Is he alive or did he die?
It was confounding. I mean, it was completely confounding and not at all what I expected. I expected to see maybe some kind of assaultive noise troupe or something that was just going to be very heavy, but it was something else entirely.
Well, I don't think I consciously set out to make the Mu-Mesons a form of therapy.
But it's partially what got me better from the so-called schizophrenia. There were these, like, voices coming off the stage. Some of them were totally maniacal and crazy. Some of them were like, sane and sensible, and one of those sane, sensible noises was Jaimie.
I was always fascinated with the notion of mental illness, and when I started working as a nurse, I realised how marginalised these people were in the community.
These characters are the fairy godmother angels and their little wizard leprechaun angel.
See, I love you when you're creating your art because you're calmer. I think the thing about outsider art to me is that it's such a unique and original form of creativity. It goes beyond anything that I've felt is contrived creativity, but they seem to have an incredible power from within, a power of originality when they didn't seem to take other things around them and reuse them. It came basically from inside.
Well, I think Jaimie today is a risk taker when there's very few risk takers around. People that are prepared to put on a show, whether it's the sounds of Seduction or a film screening at the Mu-Mesons archives. He certainly offers them something that they wouldn't find anywhere else in town.
I walked into the office at this nursing home where Jaimie was, and that was it.
You say that was it?
That was it. That was like, he's mine.
When I saw Asper, I thought if there's anyone out there in this world that can now handle all the mad people I know, in the 80s were all sleeping at the end of my bed, and when I did gigs, you know, they were there 3 and 4 weeks before the gig occurred and weeks afterwards. I thought, well, Asper's going to be the person that can cope with that. 3 days later, we were
sorted
in the thick
it out.
of it.
I sorted it
And then
out.
your husband came and sorted me out a bit physically, but that's life. In a way, I was completely in my element, what I've been looking for ages, and that to me is like targeting what I envisage to be the neediest group of individuals in the community, people basically with nothing, no roof over their head, no shelter, no food in their stomach, and getting to them through my own means. Good morning, gentlemen. It was a shock to find that people could actually die from neglect on the streets of Sydney. All right, gentlemen. Gee, they're running you into the ground at that office, aren't they? Until in the end, when we finally got a Saturday night, bang, it worked. And that was the sounds of Seduction. It was very exciting because for the first time ever, it had liberated us from having to go out there and work 5 to 6 days a week to pay the rent. It just gave us enough to get by, but it liberated us and let us actually bathe ourselves in all those things that we've always loved.
Jaimie's retro was just classy, rare, unique retro. It has a real discerning taste for quality. It wasn't your run-of-the-mill Kmart retro.
Music, for some people, is not a lifestyle option or a means of employment, or even a social statement. Is actually a necessity. It actually keeps them alive. Mu-Mesons would be like the circus of a psychotic, you know, and Jaimie's a sort of ringmaster of it.
Imagine trying to take this on the road, and this is the smallest version of it. We can get to 17 members. If the Metro was 17, they would never let us back there again. Mike Patton recognised us as an entity on our own and gave us that respect and acknowledgement. We're astounded it actually happened from an overseas artist when it's never really happened in this country from people around us. That's rock and roll, Bill. We can't really predict what the future will be. We just know that we're going to be all right because what we've chosen to do is in our hearts.
Leonarder.